Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake on YouTube. And what we're going to make are cookies. But not any kind of cookies. We're going to make coconut oatmeal cookies. So if you like coconut as well as oatmeal, I think you're going to like these cookies. And they're relatively easy to make. And you can make them just in a bowl. You really don't need a hand mixer or a stand-up mixer or anything like that. What you're going to start off with is a half a cup of all-purpose flour, and it is best for you to sift it. So I'm using a very old sifter that belonged to my mother, so I like to use it. A half a teaspoon of salt in there, and then you're going to put 2/3 of a cup of granulated sugar. And then you're just going to sift it together. Okay, just like that. All right. The next thing that you're going to need is shortening, solid shortening. Now, if you don't like solid shortening, you might not like this cookie. But this particular shortening gives it the cookie, well, it's soft and chewy texture. More than butter. I'll probably have someone write in and say, can I use butter? And my answer will be, and honestly, I've never used butter with this recipe, only the shortening. So put 1 cup of shortening in the bowl with all your ingredients that we sifted, and then just start to cut it in with either a large spoon or one of your little pastry cutters. And I think that's what I'm gonna do at this time. Go to my pastry cutter and just cut in. So you want it where it becomes kind of crumbly, but it's well mixed, if that makes sense. Now you could do that with a spoon too, or you can do it with 2 knives if you prefer. You can cut into it with that. Okay. Alright, so you get the idea. Now let's take the excess off. Okay. Just going to use my spatula here a little bit and get the excess. There we go. Okay. Alright. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to need 2 eggs. And you'll want to go ahead and slightly beat them. Okay? And then put those in. And again, with a spoon or a spatula or your wooden spoon, whatever you prefer. Just mix that in. And you're also going to be needing vanilla. So put in a half a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, and just mix that in. I think I'll go to my spatula. Clean the sides and get to the bottom of my bowl. Okay. There we go. So that you can see that it's well combined. All right. You're also going to need oatmeal. So you're going to be using 1 cup of uncooked oatmeal. And put that in, and then just fold it in. You don't have to do anything fussy with it. Just fold it. And then you're going to need a half a cup of coconut. And I'm using a sweetened, flaked coconut. You can use unsweetened if you prefer. but with a sweeter cookie, you probably would like to have the sweetened coconut. And then just fold that in, okay? And I forgot my cookie sheet. So that's gonna definitely be needed. Okay, now you don't have to grease your pan or anything like that because of that shortening in there, that type of thing. These cookies won't stick, I'll guarantee you that. I'm using a medium scoop on this, and I generally get about a dozen cookies at this size. If you want to use a, you know, a smaller one, of course you're going to get double. And do set them about 2 inches apart. They will spread a little bit if you are baking the smaller ones, you know, 1.5 inches, that kind of thing. All right. Now you're going to bake these at 350. And I will tell you, when my mother used to make these, she would actually bake them at 375. But all our ovens set up so differently. So I would suggest to try the 350. If you check on them and whatever, and you think it's, it doesn't look like it's hot enough, then raise it. But mine come out quite nice at 350. But again, I've had given this recipe to friends, and they told me in their oven the 375 was better. So, but generally, about 10 to 12 minutes they should bake up. You don't want to burn them either, and when you take them once they're out of the oven, then of course put them on a cooling rack. You in fact even wait a minute or two before you move them, because they're so moist. They can break up if they're too hot. Okay, so again, like I said, put them on a cooling rack. Now I'm going to rinse my hands quickly here, because I want to show you what they look like once they're baked up, because they really come out a nice cookie. And this is how they turn out. They will have a very light color on the top. It will have a hard top to them, as well as the bottom, but they're very moist and chewy. They almost remind me of a macaroon, a coconut macaroon cookie. And when you break into them, they are extremely chewy and moist. So I don't know if you could see me pressing on this cookie and how it's staying together, how moist it is. They are just delicious. They are very, when you bite into them with that, the chewiness of them, they're very lightweight. They're not, real heavy, dense cookies. And I just press on that top to show you how chewy and moist these cookies are. They're absolutely delicious, especially if you like coconut. And again, you like oatmeal. It's a great combination of a cookie. Now, when you bake it, if you end up getting a little bit of a ridge, a little run over, I would suggest just take a small glass or something like that, press on it, and it'll cut right around it if you do get a little bit of residue of it baking on your baking sheet. You can do that. It won't affect the cookie or the taste or anything like that. But these are a really quick recipe, and like I said, with the coconut in them, they are delicious cookies. If you try this recipe, I'd love to hear from you, or if you have a question or a comment, I'll try to answer in a timely fashion. But just a quick reminder to please watch my work solely on YouTube, because that's the only place that I put my videos, and I want to be able to see your comment and answer you about it. So please check out my channel. Also, if you're looking for coconut cookies, I have several which are really, I think, excellent, excellent recipes. I really do. So I want to thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake on YouTube. If you're so inclined and you'd like to subscribe to the channel, boy, I'd really appreciate it, or give it a like. I can't thank you enough. So again, thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake on YouTube. Stay well and stay safe. I'll see you soon.